Happy Taco Tuesday. Hello to the replay warriors and hello to those who are coming in. I did not pre-load this, so it's going to take a moment for people to come on in here. I have my coffee in tow. Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut coffee with caramel macchiato creamer. It's so good. My lotion's making me look glossy. I'm not hot, I promise. Hi, Andrew. Welcome in. Super happy to have you here. Fresh coffee. It's amazing. I love it. Hi, Tammy and Lorene. Welcome in. Hi, Kim. So good. Who's ready for season 3 of Taco Tuesday? Hi, Trisha. Welcome in. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Hi, Kitty Lane. Hello to all of you guys. I'm going to give it a moment for everybody to load in here. I didn't preload the live, so no one really got the notification ahead of time. So I'm just going to wait a moment to get everybody to come in. In the meantime, I'm going to get my paper all situated for season 3 of Taco Tuesday. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Thank you guys for being here. I have the taco in tow. Very happy about that. So if you're new to Taco Tuesday basically means take a challenge on Tuesday with Juan the Yarn Addict. So we have a lot of new people on the channel, and while the OGs know what this is, just know ahead of time that there are new people that have no idea what Taco Tuesday even is. So the point of Taco Tuesday is to just give us another opportunity to create something, to be creative in between all of our other projects that we may have going on. I don't know about you, but I'm up to my neck in whips, and sometimes I need a break from all of that. You know, sometimes we get tired of seeing the same things week in and week out, and we want to do something a little different for a change to just give us a break in that monotony of it all. So that's kind of the point of Taco Tuesday. It just gives us an opportunity to do something else for a change. And then, of course, we can go back to what we've been doing. So the point of these challenges, outside of giving us that break, is to just keep our crojo going. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes when I look at the same projects over and over and over again, sometimes I don't want to touch them. I just want to leave them alone. I don't want to be bothered by them because I'm tired of looking at them. So by doing something else, it keeps me interested in all the other things that I'm doing. So those are just some of the many reasons why I created Taco Tuesday. And to be perfectly honest with you, we're in season 3 and I think it's a hit. I think it's a really great opportunity for us to come together as a community, to do fun little projects together, and to laugh about them, because why not? So the last 2 seasons went without a hitch. We were using these cards. I'm going to go ahead and continue using these cards for season 3. And I have the jars. We're going to continue using the jars. I have the large jar. It's completely empty. And I will be preloading it with brand new cards. So before I fold the cards and do all the things, I want to tell you what I came to the table with in terms of ideas that I have for Taco Tuesday. So like I mentioned previously, we're not going to be pulling as many cards as we've done in weeks past. I feel like too many cards creates too much confusion. So we're going to keep it simple. You know, just a few options. It gives us just less choices, but yet, you know, less of an obligation to say to yourself, oh, I have to get all these done. Well, that's how I felt. So with that will be some caveats. So, and I'll cover that in just a moment. But first, would like to know, how many challenges do you guys think I actually completed? And if you watched that late night live, well, it was late night for me. I was on Jaxie's panel last night, and I mentioned that I had nothing done. I had nothing done. So, did I move the needle? Did I get anything done? Anybody? So, Kitty Lane, you think I got 4 done since yesterday? Okay. Let's see. Blue says 0. Okay. Fuzzy says 5. Okay. We have one thing to. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So I see all the numbers. There's no swing of the situation. That's okay. All right. Well, to, I guess, put it to rest, I have 3 objects completed. So I have 3 things done, and I'm going to show you those 3 things. And, but first, before I show you the 3 things, I want to tell you, just as a reminder, like what the challenges were. So I usually recap these during the podcast episodes and during Taco Tuesday. So we kind of cover what like we did last week. I show you the makes, we pick all the things, and then we discuss a way forward. So for Taco Tuesday, Season 2, Week 6, we had 5 challenges, which I got to tell you, we're not going to be doing that again. Deb Dow, thank you so much for joining the club. I really do appreciate you. Huge hugs. Thank you so much, Deb Dow. So for week 1, Rainbow Challenge was the challenge for, number 1 was the Rainbow Challenge. Create and make using rainbow colors, any size, any amount of colors. Okay. Challenge number 2 is the whip challenge. Pick a whip, any whip, and complete it by the next Taco Tuesday. If you don't have a whip to finish, start a new one. Number 3, Boggy Blanket Donation Blanket Challenge. Make a Camp Boggy Creek blanket, 40 inches by 40 inches square or 35 to 40 inches wide by 40 to 50 long, or make a donation blanket to the charity of your choice. Challenge number 4 was the Viewer's Choice Challenge. Make a decoration, any size, any color. And then challenge number 5 was Viewer's Choice Notions Pouch. Make a Notions Pouch using any stitch. So those were the challenges for last week. And I have to tell you again, for those who are coming in, we will not be going with 5 challenges for Season 3. We're going to scale it back a little bit, okay? So let me show you what I have done. And before I show you anything, my ends are not sewn in. I mean, I was on a time crunch. As of yesterday, I had nothing crocheted for Taco Tuesday. I had nothing, okay? So the first one I have here is my Notions pouch. So I made, and listen, within 24 hours, give me grace. I didn't sew them. I cut the ends. You can't even tell. So I did a little pouch. Okay. I did my little decreases, little fold over. I didn't have time for the buttons, so it's buttonless. It's a fold over Notions pouch. Okay. Very, very nice. In my favorite color, we have amethyst and purple. Okay. I used an 8mm hook. I was in a hurry. I used a thick hook for this, so it kind of helped. I cheated a little bit. I used an 8mm hook, but that's fine. We finished, right? I used a 7 for the light purple. So that's make number 1. I thought about not putting my hooks in here, but my tape measures. Because, you know, the hooks might poke through, but, you know, the circular discs or my buttons. I have a bag of buttons. It's crinkle, crinkle. I thought about taking the buttons and putting them in my bag. Here they are. My bag of buttons, my wooden buttons. So I just thought about maybe putting these in here, and it fits perfectly. Maybe I need to get Velcro or something. But anyway, it has a purpose now. So there's that. Make number 2 is this. So this is a rainbow challenge. I took Loops and Thread Soft Classic. I took inspiration from a project I did last year. I made an entire blanket this same exact way. So I started with purple in the middle, and then I went backwards. So just a rainbow granny square, okay? And I left the ends in. Sorry, not sorry. So that's make number 2. For make number 3, I triple dipped. So I know you're not supposed to put Velcro on yarn, but it's fine. It's for the house. It's for me. It's fine. Anyway, I triple dipped. So I did the rainbow challenge. I did the whip challenge. and the Boggy Creek donation. So I made a blanket for Camp Boggy Creek that was in a rainbow, and I started a new one. So I started it last night and I finished it today. I made an entire blanket in less than 12 hours. So here it is. Okay. So I made a circular blanket. So 40 inches by 40 inches. And I started with the red and I went out to the purple. And I did a 3-round border. So for the first round, I did the iris stitch. And then the second round, I did a double chain, double. So I did that. It's like a fan stitch. And then for the third round, I did a spike single, chain 5, spike single all the way around to kind of hold all those rounds together. And that's kind of what it looks like. I was thinking, like, how can I crochet clouds? So I wanted it to be like a circle rainbow blanket, but like clouds. So, yes. Who knew I could crochet an entire blanket in less than 12 hours? Needless to say, I got little to no sleep, but I did not want to come here empty-handed as the host and not really have anything to show for Taco Tuesday. So, yes, this is the blanket folded in half. I measured it. Don't tell anybody. It's 41.5 inches. But that's because I wanted to have the border on here. So, yeah. That's my make for Taco Tuesday. Well, my 3 makes. So, there it is. Okay, and for those of you guys who were sharing your makes on the community page and on my Facebook group, thank you guys so much for that. I love looking at your work. It's very inspiring. It inspires me. It inspires everyone else who watches. So if you're not familiar, I do have a Facebook group, Juan the Yarn Addict and Friends. If you have a Facebook, feel free to join over there. Share pictures of your Taco Tuesday challenges. I mean, it's a great way to share and look at everyone else's work. I got to tell you, I'm super inspired by all the work that I see there and on the community tab. So if you don't have Facebook, I have that community tab. Feel free to post in there. I love looking at your work. However you decide to share, especially if you're doing Taco Tuesday challenges. It's so much fun, right? So there's that. All right. So before we move on to season 3 of Taco Tuesday, I do want to tell you that we have some changes. So as I mentioned previously and earlier, we're not choosing 5 challenges. Okay. The goal here is to do 3 challenges per week. Now, with the 3 challenges per week, I will have one long-standing challenge that will not change from week to week. So every single week, there will be this one challenge that stays there and will not move, okay? And I'm not counting that. So the challenge for that is, it's one of my favorites. Pick a whip, any whip, and complete it by the next Taco Tuesday. So the whip challenge, that will be a long-standing challenge for season 3, which season 3 will run all the way up until the end of Boggy Creek selection period, I believe. So it's going to run all the way through December. So because of that, the whip challenge will stay in play until the end of season 3. Okay. So with that, I do have an extra card in here that has pick a whip, any whip, and complete it before the next Taco Tuesday. So in this instance, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Boggy Creek blanket. It could be something else. It could be a hat. It could be a scarf, something like that. All right. But the whip challenge is for those of us who are creating blankets for Camp Boggy Creek. It doesn't have to be a blanket. It could be anything else. But if this card gets pulled, pick 2 whips and work on both of those whips. Okay. So that's kind of what my thought process was behind that. I have lots of whips. I know lots of friends on the YouTube streets who have tons of whips. This is a great opportunity to work through your whips, you know? So there's the first card. I'm folding it up and I'm putting it in here. I'm going to read off my cards. I don't have many here because I wanted to get some of the things from you guys. The next card I have here is create and make any make, but only in one color, any size, any yarn. So monochromatic, one color only, no gradient, literally just you pick one yarn and you make your make with just this color right here. No ombre, none of the things. Literally just one color, that's it. Okay? So there's that challenge. The next one here is create a make, any make, only using variegated yarn. Any size, any color, but must only have variegated yarn. Okay? So there's this challenge. The next one here is create a make, any make, hooking up 2 sizes from the recommended hook size of the ball band. You can use any color, you can use any yarn, you can make anything you want, but you have to hook up 2 hook sizes from the suggested hook size that the ball band says. Red Heart Super Saver says 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So your new challenge becomes 2 sizes up, which means an 8 millimeter crochet hook with that 4 weight yarn. So you can, this is perfect. And for those of you guys that do Tunisian, hi Jess, that's kind of sort of the thing. So there's that. The next one here I have is create a make, any make, hooking down 1 size from the recommended hook size on the ball band. Any color, any yarn, any size. For example, Red Heart Super Saver, 5.5 millimeter crochet hook now becomes a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. Create anything you want, any size, all the things. So there's that. Andrew, it depends on the hooks that you have. Some hooks don't go up sequentially, so you figure it out however it is for yourself. Okay? So the next one here that I have is make a hat and a scarf set using fall colors. We're in fall, and I feel that we can make a hat and a scarf in a week. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but if this gets pulled, it's going to be a hat and scarf set. And fear not, I have tutorials for a handful of hat and scarf sets. All right, so there is that. All right, next, this one actually came in as a suggestion. Spend 1 hour organizing your yarn stash. Take before and after pics and share with the group. So yeah, everybody knows, I mean, I feel very seen. I've shown all my things, so you know that if this gets pulled, I can definitely benefit from this. So yeah, once again, spend 1 hour organizing your yarn stash, take before and after pics, and share. So, and it doesn't have to be the full room. It could be just a portion of what you've worked on for the hour, right? It could be one bin. It could be a pile of yarn before and after, you know. It's a great way to inspire us to get it cleaned up, you know. So there's that. The next one that I have here is get it out of timeout. So that, the breakdown of that is, pull a project that's been in timeout for longer than a month and put it back on the hook or the needles and get it going. So, hi Adele, welcome in. So again, out of timeout, pull a project that's been in timeout for longer than a month and put it back on the hook or the needles. All right, so there's that one. So far, so good. I'm liking the challenges. I think, you know, I've given these some thought, something off the beaten path from what we've been working on, you know, a little more interesting. The next one here that I have is create a 6-inch or larger square using 2 different size crochet hooks. Any weight of yarn, any color, but you need to use 2 different size crochet hooks. Okay, so there's that. All right, put that in there. Next, and this is the last one that I have here of my suggestions. I have 5 stitches, 5 colors. Create a square 6 inches or larger using 5 different stitches and 5 different colors. It's going to be a busy square. So use any colors, any yarn. But again, 5 stitches, 5 colors. It's a little square, right? 6 inches. It's not big. So lots of yarn color changes, lots of stitches, lots of creative like hugs and all the things for hugs. Lots of stitches going on the hook with color changes. All right, so there is that. Those are my suggestions going into season 3, along with a few from a friend. All right, so that's going to go back on there. And I'm going to write down our long-standing challenge, which is pick a whip, any whip, get it done by next Taco Tuesday. So it's the whip challenge. That's going to be our long-standing one. If you don't have a whip, start a new one. You know, now you have a whip. Whip challenge. All right. So for the second challenge, before we do the cards and all the things, we still will have People's Choice. So People's Choice will be an option. And the way that works is I ask you guys to sound off with ideas. And then I write the ideas down on a sheet of paper, I number them, and then I call out to somebody in the audience. You give me a number between 1 and whatever I call out here, and then that will be the People's Choice project, okay? And no, you don't have to sew on the ends. I'm a huge fan of micro fringe. It's the new thing since, you know, the vintage fringe has become out of play. So by all means, do what you need to do. Hi, Robin. Welcome in. And a blanket hello to everybody that peppered in here after the fact, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to write the stuff down and sound off. I'm going to number these, all right? The choices you give me, please keep in mind, think to yourself, will we be able to get this done in a week? Think small, think easy, fast, fun, nothing too complicated. And the first one I saw was a bookmark. So bookmark is going to be number 1, and I'm going to call out the numbers as I write this down. Okay? And if it looks to me like it's going to be too complicated to get done in a week, I'm not going to call it out. So please forgive me. I do see, let's see, a holiday keychain number 2. Thank you, Val. Holiday keychain. Let's see, micro fringe. I love that idea, Taisha. Sorry. I had to say it. A cotton washcloth. Thank you. False Maria's duck. Okay. A small amigurumi from Tawna. Hello to you. Small amigurumi. Okay. Number 5. What do we have? A Christmas stocking. And if I'm looking down when you're commenting, just repeat it. I'll get it. I promise. Let's see, a water bottle holder. Okay, thank you so much for that. That's number 6. Isabel, hello to you. iPad cover. Okay, that's number 7. Number 8, I have bookmark already. Deb Dow, circular scrappy mat. Okay, thank you. Number 9, let's see, a towel topper. Okay. Number 10, a Bucky blanket. Okay. Number 11, what do we have? An ornament. Thank you very much, Norma. Number 12, what do we have? Christmas socks. Okay, thank you, Isabel. There are no bad ideas, guys. Seriously. Deb says a phone bag. Okay, thank you, Deb. Number 14, a cotton bowl cozy. Thank you very much for that. Number 15, a small market bag. Who suggested that? I need to see. Oh, Kitty Lane. Okay. Thank you, Kitty Lane. Small market bag. I'm writing as fast as I can, guys. 16, Monica says pot holder. Okay. Number 17, Kathy is suggesting a Juan hat. Thank you for that. Number 18, let's see. Norma says coasters. Okay. Thank you, Norma. Margaret is suggesting a Christmas skirt. Thank you, Margaret. Number 20, Tammy says a scrunchie. Okay. I'll have to gift mine because my hair hasn't grown in yet. Kitty Elena suggesting a cow. Great idea. Thank you. Number 22. Let's see. Inventory yarn. Oh, that's a great idea. That might take longer than a week, though, for me, but we can get started. Number 23. Scrap yarn item. Thank you. Scrap yarn item. 24. NFL blanket. Okay. It makes sense. I made an NFL hat. Someone commissioned me to make an Eagles blanket. I didn't have time. Wish I did. Linda suggesting tumbleweeds. Hi, Linda, and thank you. Tumbleweeds. 26. Jess is suggesting an ear warmer. Thank you, Jess. 27. Let's see. Holiday wreath from Sherry. Okay, thank you, Sherry. 28. A dusk bag. Okay. Patsy, thank you. 29. A soap bag from Julia. Thank you, Julia. 30. A pumpkin from Beth. Thank you, Beth. A snooty. A snood? Snood, Sherry? Snood. I have a recipe for that, too. 32. Let's see. Did someone say a baby blanket? Hold on. I got a baby texture ball. Okay, Cynthia. Thank you for that. Baby texture ball. 33. Slippers from Lisa. Slippers. Okay. Thank you. 34. What do we have? Fingerless gloves. Okay. 35. What do we have? A pink item. Oof. Okay, I'm putting it down because there are no bad ideas. I'm running out of pink yarn, though. 36. A small project. Okay. Let's see. Use least favorite color. Yes, I have tons of that. Pink. Actually, no, I don't have tons of that. I'm running out of it, but I have another unfavorite color. Peach. I don't really care for pale peach. Granny Squares tote bag. A granny tote. Okay. That's number 38. Number 39. Let's see. Christmas make list for gifts. Yes. That's a really good one. Like, make a list of items that you're planning on making for Christmas. Yep. Christmas gift make list. Okay. Number 40. Anything with fringe. I love it. Thank you, Kathy. Finally, someone gets me. Anything with fringe. Micro fringe. 41. A flower granny square. I love that idea. Flower granny square. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for that one. A boho bag, Amy. Thank you. I love that. Boho bag. Number 43. Mosaic square from Monica. Okay. You guys have some great ideas today, guys. 44. Make a donation list from Shirley. Thank you so much for that, Shirley. Donation list. 45. Make a baby blanket. Thank you, Carol. Baby blanket. 46. Let me see. It's going quite fast here. Amy, placemat. Okay. Just a few more, guys. I try to keep it at 50. So we're at 47. Let's see. Learn a new stitch. I love that. Learn a new stitch. Okay, 48. A scarf representing the colors of your state. Okay. State colors. Flag. Scarf. And then 49. Cake some yarn. I love that, Val. You guys know I love to cake yarn. Cake yarn. And number 50. What are we going to have? Try Tunisian. Okay. Okay, so there's the 50. Thank you guys so much. We have our 50 suggestions. I'm not going to read them all back because, yeah, there's 50. Great ideas. I have them all written down right here. I've been writing very quickly. I have everything numbered. And I'm going to call on one of the mods. Last week, I believe we had Kim. I think this week I am going to call, who am I going to call? I'm thinking. I'm going to call on Kathy. Kathy, I'm going to need you to pick a number between 1 and 50. The number that you pick will be the People's Choice Project for the week. What is it going to be? Give me a number between 1 and 50, Kathy. Pick a number, any number. Okay, number 47. Learn a new stitch. Okay, I love that for you guys. So, first one is our long-standing whip challenge. People's Choice is going to be number 47, learn a new stitch. Perfect. And just I'm plugging something in very quickly. I have a Stitch Academy. Feel free to check out the things. You might find a stitch that you don't know, or maybe you need a brush up on all the things. So go ahead and go in there and check out and see what you see. If you like it, check it out. All right. So now what I'm going to do is, remember, we're only doing 3. So one of the 3 is People's Choice, and now the next 2 are coming out of the jar. So we don't have many choices, but you heard me read them off, and they're not bad choices. They're pretty decent, if I say so myself. I mean, we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're just trying something a little different. So I'm going to, what if you create a stitch? Yeah, create your stitch and post it and share it and show us all the things. All right? Slim pickings. Oh, thank you so much, Norma. Huge hugs to you. Wait, let me get my mouse. I got, before it goes away. Oh, wait. I keep thinking we're on the computer. Hold on. There. I didn't know I could tap the like from this. I literally tapped the like from the camera. So nice. All right. Here we go. Ready? On your marks. Get set. There's the first one. And I do get a veto. I'm letting you, executive decision. If we pick something that I'm not cool with, we have a veto. But I kind of like everything that's in here. I think we all like the things, right? Here we go. All right, there's 2. All right, here are the 2. Create a make, any make, all in one color. Any size, any yarn, but only the one color. So no gradients, no ombre, no multi. It's literally one solid color. Any size, anything. You can literally make a granny square, but it has to be in like one color. Just one color. I like that for us. Quick, fast, fun, easy. Thank you, Norma. Okay. So this one here is create a make, any make, hooking up 2 sizes from the recommended hook size of the ball band. Use any color, any yarn. So for those of you guys who do Tunisian, you could technically hook up 2 sizes and, you know, create a Tunisian make. Or you can pick your favorite yarn and hook up 2 sizes and create a make. It could literally be anything you want. I think these challenges are great. Before I pull the veto and say we're good, are you guys good with these challenges? Should I pick a 3rd card and see if that one's any better than these 2? And we can pick and choose. Or are we good with this? Do we want something else just in case? I don't mind doing it. We good with this? Just making sure. Okay. I see a few comments coming back saying that we're good so far. What we have is fine. I love it. Okay. All right. I can tell you right now that the projects that we have for this week, I feel, are attainable. It's not overwhelming. It's perfect, I think. Learning a new stitch, and you can double dip and triple dip and all the things. Learn your new stitch, use just one color of yarn, create a make, anything you want out of it, and that in itself. Oh, and then you can hook up 2 sizes. So technically, you can use all the challenges in one make. Hear me out, hear me out. So, Red Heart Super Saver, I keep using Red Heart Super Saver. Let me change up. So, Lion Brain Mandala, suggested size for the ball band is a 5mm crochet hook. So, you can go up 2 sizes, and depending on the hooks that you use, the vast majority of hooks, 2 sizes up from a 5, it would be a 5.5 and then a 6. So you can use a 6mm crochet hook. So that's the one challenge, hooking up 2 sizes. You would have to use a solid yarn. So that's the second challenge. And then in your make, use the new stitch. So that's a triple dip. That's using all the challenges. And then we have our long-standing whip challenge, which is pick a whip, any whip, and get it done by the next Taco Tuesday. So I think that's great. So very, very nice. See, now normally I'd be sitting here picking, like, let's pick for more, let's pick for more. But honestly, guys, I think that it's just going to be a bit much, you know? So this season of Taco Tuesday, we're keeping it simple. Because the holiday season is upon us, you know, and I have big projects coming out in the near future, and I don't want us to be bogged down with like all of these big projects. So yes, very, very nice. Love that for us. And like that, week 1 is down the hatch. Very, very nice. So while I have you, I have to put out a request. I know, me and my requests, right? I'm going to put on my Eagles hat just because. All right. So Meadowgate right here, Meadowgate. I have a tutorial for it. All right, listen. So I have to put a request out to you guys. I know that I receive yarn from viewers for share yarn. I'm going to kindly ask that you guys hold off from sending me share yarn for right now. And the reason why I need you guys to hold off is because I need time to organize my yarn stash. So I did a video, I showed you guys my yarn rooms, and you guys seen the state that my yarn rooms are in. I believe the members of my channel have a first-hand view. So anyway, in light of that, I'm going to kindly ask you guys to just hold off from sending me share yarn. Now, if you're sending me something else, you know, just for me and not for the channel, that's different. But yarn, bulk yarn that you're sending me to pay forward to the channel, I don't mind getting it, but right now I just can't receive anything like that because I need to straighten up my space. I need to organize. I need to get everything situated. I need to figure out what yarns that I plan on sharing with the channel as well. I'm not intending on keeping every single thing that I'm organizing. I'm going to donate. I'm going to share. I'm going to keep. I'm doing the whole thing, you know, 3 different piles. So it's hard for me to do that if I'm receiving yarn from viewers. So if you could just hold off until I make that announcement again in the near future. I will put the call out there like, hey guys, if you're interested in donating share yarn to the channel, feel free to bring it. I will put that call out, but I'm also putting the call out right now to hold off on that. Okay. I mean, I like receiving all the things from you guys to share, but right now I can't do that. It's just too much for me to handle. I'm literally near the drowning point of being able to keep my stuff organized. So if you could do that to help me, I would really, really appreciate it. Hopefully that wasn't too forward. But if you've seen it, you kind of know, you know. Oh, hi, Michael. Welcome in. I didn't see you earlier. My apologies. Price of shipping. Yeah. When is that going up, by the way? Postage or other need. Thank you so much, Sherry. Yeah, I heard, and I'm not able to confirm. I thought October 1st, shipping prices were changing over to holiday shipping, I think. Beginning of October. Okay. So yeah, I think that even with all of that, and I got to tell you, I have a lot of boggy blankets that need to get to Florida, and I need to get them mailed out like yesterday. I'm sitting on a lot of blankets, and I'm thankful. Thanks to a lot of you guys for the shipping blessings. I'm able to do that. So just want to send out a huge thank you to you guys as well, because I didn't realize that postage was going up until just the other day. Yeah. Didn't they increase shipping recently? Something tells me they raised shipping a few months ago, and they're doing it again. I don't understand what that's all about, but yeah. Yes, they did. Yeah, I felt so. I felt like that was the thing, I wonder why they keep increasing the price. Wasn't the first time enough? At least I thought so, Oh my goodness. Shay, thank you so much. Wow. What do you say to that, guys? I'm telling you guys, I am super, super thankful. I'm blessed. I can't be more thankful. And, you guys are watching my progress, right? I'm putting these blankets out, and I'm going to get them to Florida. Colette says UPS has me figured out. Yes, thank you guys so much for your kindness. I will be using all of that to get the blankets to Florida. That's really, really great. Thank you. And I also do want to let you guys know that someone anonymous sent a shipping blessing last night to Jax to forward to me. I see it. I got it. Thank you so much. I just want to put that out there. Jax did send it to me overnight. So whoever that person was, thank you so much for the shipping blessings. By the end of boggy season, I will have sent 76 blankets to Camp Boggy Creek. So every penny matters. And thank you guys so much for helping me get these blankets to Florida. So thank you. That was really, really nice of you guys. So any questions about Taco Tuesday, guys? Any questions? You guys good? I'm actually excited. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to pick something. I could probably, you know what? I could probably get my Taco Tuesday done today. Hurry up, get it out of the way, and just leave it sit here until next Tuesday. Recently emptied all my yarn out of my space and put it in big plastic tubs and put them under my veranda. It was making me anxious and angry, taking over. Yeah, it's kind of like, for me, it's me having to organize my yarn, and as I'm organizing, it's making a mess. It's just too much for me to handle right now. You sent 3, it was $22, a shipping blessing. Yeah, with 76, I don't know how much that's going to cost me, but you know what? I'm good. I'm thankful, I'm blessed, and I'm appreciative. So with everything that I've gotten so far, I'm very confident that I can send everything that I have right now. Hire a professional. I wish I could, but because I sit in front of a camera, there's trust issues. I can't really trust everybody that comes through my front door. So I'm very protective that way. But I mean, naturally I would, but we'll see. Would it be cheaper to just drive the blankets to Florida? I actually do not know. I know that, I know how much it costed me last year. That truck, the rental, all the things, I mean, it put me in the hole $5,000 of my own money. And I definitely don't have the funds to do that every year. I did it last year for the kids. Obviously, I'm not doing it this year, but next year we could probably plan ahead. Maybe we could do some sort of like I don't know. We could figure something out. Maybe we can find someone in the community that has a contact for a discount on a truck, and all the things. And you know what? To be perfectly honest with you, thank goodness that I had Kim with me. She saw firsthand. Like, it really does go very quickly, like 7 miles to the gallon. That truck was 7 miles to the gallon. Thank you guys for reminding me that I'm frozen. Um, so yeah, yeah, very, very happy that maybe we can do this next year. I'm going to reach out to Nancy and ask her if maybe we can plan ahead and create something where we can do like a fundraiser for the truck, you know, and for the costs to get the truck back and forth. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But for now, we're going to get through this season, right? Since I can't drive the blankets to Florida, I'm crocheting my hands off, guys. I'm 76 blankets altogether by December 31st. That's the plan. Let's see. You keep discussing that different kids like different color combos. Do they submit what their favorite colors are, or can they swap them? Yeah, they actually change. Like, if they like a blanket, like if two kids want to switch, they switch. Yeah, they do that. But they don't have like request lists or anything like that. They go into their cabin, they see the blanket that's on their bed, and if they don't like it, they can tell the camp counselor and they'll just grab other blankets or swap with someone in the cabin. So, yeah, super, super nice. But I will tell you guys that if I didn't have all the other things on my channel to balance, I could probably put out more than 76 blankets. But for now, I'm just going to keep that as my goal. I know some people reached out and said, well, Juan, why don't you just push to the 100? And the reality is that I have a responsibility to the channel to put out that other content. So, yeah, can't really do all of that, you know? Yes, you were gifted a membership. Yep. So, Christy, yes, the other day you were gifted a membership by one of the viewers of the channel. Yep. You're very welcome. So, yeah, absolutely. And the thing about it is, if you guys ask a question and I'm able to see it, the chat goes kind of fast. So if I'm able to see it, I'll answer it. But a lot of questions do get missed, and I do apologize for that. No, don't be sorry. It's absolutely fine. And Lana says, you have a life to live. It's okay to have boundaries. Yes, I do what I can, you know. And a lot of people, I don't know if you guys know this. I know a lot of the people that have been around know this, but I have this whole other day job, and I'm a caretaker to my mom. So trying to balance all the things, like some days it's tough, but then other days it is manageable. I just have to know my boundaries, you know? So yeah, just letting you guys know 76, I think, is going to be pretty much the limit, you know? Let's see. Very, very busy. Yes, I'm very busy, Kim. You of all people know that. Sometimes I vent to the mods. I tell them, I say, listen, I'm drowning. I'm drowning. Like, I can't take any more, you know? Will we get to see your mom again? That's completely up to my mother. If you've been following me, if you've been around, you kind of know her condition and you know where she's at in terms of what all that is. It's kind of pointless, in my very humble opinion, to have my mother sitting next to me knowing that she cannot see the camera. She can't see me, and I'm sitting next to her. I would only be having her sit next to me to appease to you guys. And that's not fair to my mother. You know, she's in the room and she's learning how to read with her fingers. She's learning how to manage being blind. And I don't want to put my mom on show like that. That's not fair to her. If she was able to see, if she was able to see the chat, if she was able to see the comments, that's different. But she'd be sitting there all by herself right next to me, and it's not really fair to her. That's why I didn't have her on, you know? So please understand. And thank you, Charlene, for at least asking the question, because I know some people out there were asking. They were like, well, why is she not on anymore? Are there enough subscribers members that can hand off the delivery of the blankets? Hold on. Between the states that would be willing to participate, of course, like a chain type situation. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah. So if you know what I think it is, I think my mom, I don't know if cataracts are a thing, but I do have her go. She's going to see a specialist to see if she's got cataracts or, something going on with her eyes that could be prohibiting her vision. So she's getting evaluated for that. So if there's any improvement, I will definitely let you guys know. Yes, her whole entire room, Christy, is filled with angels, and she does spend a lot of time. She's in the room she's holding them. The ones that you guys have gifted to her, she holds them, and she feels their wings, and she puts it down, and she grabs another one on her nightstand, and every now and then she's got me changing out her angels. She makes me move them around so that she can touch some of the other angels. So yeah, she's very active. Even though she can't see them, she is touching them, So yeah. Definitely let mom be and relax. Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Like, I don't really spend the kind of time I used to with mom because she can't see. But when I'm there with her, we sign together, and she's got to take her hands, and she puts her hands over my hands so she can feel what I'm signing to her. And that's how we communicate now, because she can't use her eyes at all. So that kind of limits the time that I have with her. And besides, this is her request, not mine. She just wants to be with her angels. And so I leave her be. I go in when I have to, when I change her, when I feed her, when I help her with the nurses, I'm in there with her. But apart from that, I let her go. You just counted 14 boggy blankets. That's awesome, Jeremy. I appreciate your help towards Boggy Creek. Yeah. So someone asked me, would I ever write a book about my experience with my mom? And I don't know if I would, but if I did, it would be called A Son's Wish. It would be called A Son's Wish, and it would be a story about a son who was very talented and very smart because of a very strict mother. And part of it is true. And he had this talent. He had this talent where he made wonderful music with his voice and with instruments. And the son's wish, all he ever wanted to do was to make his mom happy. And all um, all this child wanted was to make the parent happy. The kid wanted the mom to hear the recitals and to hear all the things. And something happens to mom, and she passes, and she comes back as a spirit, and she actually gets to hear the son's wish, the music and all the things. And the son gets to talk to his mom in spirit form. And yeah, so if I were to write a story, it would be like that, you know? So, because listen, all I've ever, and it's true, the only thing that I've ever wanted was for my mom to be able to hear me sing happy birthday to her, and to be able to play my instruments in front of her, because she was very strict about me playing my instruments. I started at 7 years old, and she was very adamant about it. She's like, "You're going to play violin, you're going to play viola." And I played it all the way up until now, and she's never heard me play. She doesn't know what I sound like. She doesn't know if I'm good or not. And I've always wanted her to be able to hear me. She can feel the instrument, but she can't hear it. And there is a difference, you know? Feeling it means, oh, it's being played, but what does that sound like? And I've always wanted her to hear me sing. I've wanted her to hear me play my instruments. And my reality is that will never happen. But, someday there will be a time where she will be able to hear me. And so if I ever wrote a book, that's what it would be about, you know? So, yeah. Very, very nice. Thank you for asking that question, though. No one's really thought to ask me that. So, yeah. That would make a beautiful children's book as well as an extended book. It would. Yeah, I think it would anyway. Who knows? Someday. It may be a thing, you know? We'll see. I'm very excited about this upcoming season, guys. I do want to tell you the poll. If you guys have seen the poll on Facebook and on the community tab, it's so lopsided, guys. We're like, what is it, 80-20 for a cow? I cannot believe how many people want a crochet along. Did you guys see how many people actually voted for that? Oh my goodness. How exciting is that? That you guys want a cow. I thought for sure that you guys wanted to have a make along again, but no, you guys want a crochet along. So yes, and the illustrations that I could draw. I'm sorry for changing the subject so fast. I mean, it is a very emotional topic for me because it's my reality, you know? But anyway, so yeah, I have yarn on a hook. I'm actually doing all the things. I'm designing the blanket. It's a blanket. I decided it's going to be a blanket. So what's the difference? So a crochet along, a CAL is a crochet along. It's where I put out videos every week for steps into a big project that we do together. So week 1, week 2, week 3, and it's going to be like a tutorial video. And you follow along and you make what I'm making. So you're crocheting along with me. A make along is one where I say, hey, let's make a sweater. And then I go live and I say, okay, guys, for week 1, make your back panel. And then when you're done making your back panel, you start on this. And this is how I would do it. So you make it. I just tell you, like, let's do this part first. And so there's a very distinct difference where with the make along, I'm not giving you tutorial videos. Crochet alongs, I am giving you tutorial videos and we crochet it together. So yeah, that's the difference. And a lot of people this past summer, they were all like, let's do a make along. Like, let's give a break to the tutorial videos. Let's just make this cardigan, you know, and now people want a cow. So I love that for us. I do like doing the crochet along videos. I do like doing cows, but I will tell you that I have big shoes to step into after Wildflower Oasis. I'm just saying, Wildflower Oasis was a very, very beautiful blanket. And now we have to step into another crochet along. And I hope that this new blanket will do the last one justice. I'm just saying. I'm a little nervous, but I think together we'll be able to be successful with this project. Fingers crossed. So I did hear you guys. There were many, many, many people out there that either suggested a back and forth blanket or a rectangular blanket. What I will tell you is that this blanket is not going to be square. That's the only information that I'm giving you. It's not going to be like the Wildflower Oasis where it's perfectly square. It's going to be something else. And that's all I will give you until I actually do the kickoff, which I will post that ahead of time. So when we do the kickoff video, I'll post it in advance so you know when that's going to be. Just make sure that you're there so you know what the blanket looks like, because I'm going to show you the finished blanket up front on day 1, and we'll go from there. Now, let me ask you guys a question. I'm curious. Should I... Colette says, please don't say it's round. Should I do like I did Wildflower Oasis and crochet it all in one color again so you guys can see what it looks like in one color? Or should I change my colors? It doesn't matter to me either way, but I thought maybe if I give you a blank canvas, you can pick your own colors and do it the way you want to do it. I can show you what it looks like all in one color. Yes, in pink. Are you serious? Yes. Okay. Do what's easiest for you. Well, what's easiest for me is one color. It's easier for me to do the entire thing in one color. But you know, I figured I'd ask anyway, just to see, you know? Yes, Andrew, you're correct. One color lets you say how much yarn. All right. So that, I can't be more thankful, guys. Thank you guys so much for your support. And even if you're not crocheting the fall cow, just hanging around, checking out the video, looking at the things, it really does offer support, you know? Less than 1,500 yards for a blanket, Sherry? Well, what are we going to be doing, filet? Are we doing windows for the whole blanket? No. Yes, as long as it's one color, we can see well on the monitor. You got it. I'm going to use my favorite yarn, Karen 1 Pound. I'm pulling from stash. I'm not buying a single skein of yarn for this project. I have the yarn. I'm probably going to use like a taupe or a fig. This color right here. This is a fig. It's like a muted light lavender. Yeah, I may use fig. I do really enjoy this colorway. The question is, do I have enough fig? And the answer is no. This is the only fig that I have. That's okay though. I have periwinkle. I have periwinkle here. I don't know. I have yarn. Maybe I'll do light sage. Maybe a fall color. I'll do a light sage, or like a taupe or terracotta, you know? So yeah, I definitely have yarn here. I'll pick one of the colors here. I'm looking for like a fall color. I'll tilt you guys. Actually, sorry guys. This is me taking you guys on a field trip again. Cover your eyes. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to choose one of these colors for the cow. This color right here comes to my mind. This is light sage. No, I lied. This is succulent. This is succulent. So that's an option. I thought about doing like this color right here. It's just like because it records really well under the camera. So I thought about that color. This may be a little too dark for the camera. I thought about this color here. Actually, no, not that. Where is it? Is this it? Yeah, right here. This here is called, what is this? Faded Brick. The fig naturally would have been my first option, but it's the only one that I have. So that's okay. I have other colors here. I have lots of this periwinkle color. Maybe we could do periwinkle. I have that one there, and I have these three down here. So we'll see. We have options. I could use, that's too dark. What about this? What is this? This is called Quartz. It's like, this is Lime Brand Pound of. I actually don't want to use that yarn. It's a little on the thinner side. But yeah, maybe we'll do, what is this? Soft Sage. Soft Sage is a really nice color under the camera. You guys will be able to see like all of the stitches and everything. So that's an option. But yeah, I'm going to pick from this wall. I don't want to spend any more money on yarn for a cow if I have yarn here, you know? So let me slide us back and put us on the stand again. I'm sorry. I wanted to show you the wall. Okay. The sage is a nice colorway, right, Amy? I thought it was nice. I thought it was a really nice colorway. But yeah, so up there, I like how thick it is too. So I will tell you guys that I'll give you guys all the details in a kickoff video. I'll let you guys know how many yards it is, what hook I used. You guys already know what yarn I'm using. So yeah. Sage or periwinkle? Yeah. There was one sage you ran out of, right. And that caused me to get this. That's why I have soft sage now. Just, it's a different lot number. Mint purple blue. I love that. See, because of the fact that it's a fall cow, I wanted to use like fall colors. So whatever solid I use, I want it to be something autumnal, you know, maybe a pumpkin colorway. I don't have pumpkin Karen 1 pound though, but we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. All right. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for popping in here. I appreciate you. So faded brick. Yeah, faded brick is really nice too, right? It's this one. It's not really pumpkin, but like, I don't know. I keep thinking like, what would look good under the camera? What, you know, what is a great way for us to be able to see all the stitches? And because that's the reason why I'm going one color, you know? If I go soft sage, but wait, I only have two skeins of that. That's not going to be enough. I'll have to think of something. I have like another colorway of sage. Oh, you know what? In the other room, I have terracotta. Yeah, I have like 6 terracottas. Will you suggest a color change part, like a recommendation? Yes, I will suggest that for you. Like I did for Wildflower Oasis, I kind of told you like what the parts represented, and then you could use, you know, that as a way of changing colors. Yeah. And then for Flowers in the Field, I think I made a suggestion where you can change colors for the flowers, the different flowers and all the things. Yeah, so okay, terracotta it'll be then. All right. Okay. So now you know exactly what yarn I'm using. Terracotta. And I will tell you guys, I mean, this is not a kickoff call by any stretch of the imagination, but I will tell you that the point of why I do crochet alongs, first of all, is to teach. It's not just to do a blanket, it's to perhaps expose people to new ways of putting stitches together so that in the future, if you decide to make a blanket, you'll have some experience under your belt. You'll be able to construct your own blanket. So there's the first one. The second one is maybe it's a new to you stitch. I mean, I don't know about you, but back in the day, like back in the day, when I was just a viewer watching certain channels do their crochet alongs, I'm like, wait a minute, look at that stitch. I like how that stitch looks like that. Let me try that in this project here. So it's opening up your brain to different things, you know? Maureen, thank you so much for joining the fellows. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support, seriously. That's why you like the cows. It pushes to learn new ways of putting stitches together. Yes, I would love it in the future for someone, maybe one of you guys, to come back to me and say, hey, Juan, I sat in on all of your crochet alongs. I did your blankets. And because of those blankets or those projects that you have done, I can sit down, put yarn to a hook, and construct a blanket any way I want because I understand how the construction works with the stitches. If someone comes to me and tells me that, then my job is done. I mean, that's exactly that's why I do this. I do this because I want people to feel confident in being able to pick up a hook, grab some yarn of their choice, and make whatever they want and feel good about doing it without having to worry, like, how do I add stitches to this side? How do I make it flat? How do I do this? How do I do that? That's the whole point of me doing this, you know? And that's why I do this. So again, if this is of interest to you, this is why I do crochet alongs. So feel free to join in or even watch. You don't even have to put yarn to a hook if you don't want to. Just watch the videos. You'll see how I do all the things and you'll eventually pick it up on your own, you know? I wish I could get that terracotta. Been looking for it for more than 5 years and wow, that's insane. I actually got it from Big Lots before they closed. So before Big Lots went out of business, I bought my Karen 1 pounds for $1.69 each. It was $1.69. And fortunately for me, I have enough for the crochet along. Is this still Taco Tuesday? Is it Tuesday even? I find the hardest part of creating... Oh, I lost your comment. Juan, is that the exact reason? Wait, that is the exact reason why I'm able to make my blankets on the fly. That's so good, Jeremy. I really appreciate that. That's a very high compliment. The fig is pretty, isn't it? And you know what? Michael's had it on clearance just the other day. And I saw 2 skeins. They marked it down to $7, and then you got 30% off of that $7. I left them there. I didn't pick them up. I said I have enough yarn. Now I should have picked them up because I only have 1 skein of the fig, and it's a beautiful purple. It's like a very muted lavender color. It's a really nice colorway, but that's okay. I don't need any more of the yarn right now. Knock on wood. Is it? Oh, it's Wednesday where you're at. Oh, wow. Yes, I showed restraint, but I do have to tell you, I did go back the other day and I picked up dark gray. Oh, Trisha used fig and white and wildflower oasis. It's a beautiful, beautiful color sequence there between those 2 colors. Beautiful. I'm leaving yarn behind, and you know what, guys? It's because I got to straighten up my stash. I got to clean it up. I got to organize it and get it together, you know, before I decide to get any more yarn. You're 1 hour into Wednesday where you're at. Well, listen, thank you so much, guys. My international viewers, I see you. I appreciate you. That's why I go live on those weird hours, because I know you guys are around, and I appreciate you for that. Seriously. 1 small yarn ball change, 50 grams or 164 yards. Nice. Walmart has that learn how to knit yarn on clearance for $2.50. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Your yarn is a mess too. Well, listen, at least I feel seen. I know that you guys can relate to my dilemma. And once I get it cleaned up, I mean, I'm going to feel great about it. But then also, too, I'm bringing you guys with me for the ride. So I will be recording myself bagging up yarn and getting that room organized. The lighting is not great, but nonetheless, I'm still going to do the video, and I'm going to bag up and organize, and we're going to do that all together. So I do have upcoming videos of me organizing that room. And for those who have not seen it yet, I have new shelves put up in there, and it's taking me a minute to get myself around the room. Yesterday, I was on a members only live, and with the members, I wound up going through 5 boxes of yarn. Oh my gosh, how amazing was that? And an entire bin. So as I'm working through it, I'm going to bag everything up. I'll bring you guys along for the ride as well. And so it's going to be a journey, but yes, judgment-free zone, right? So if you're coming, don't judge. So anyway, guys, I really do appreciate the fact that you guys are here with me. Anyway, guys, I am going to wrap up our live today. We're good. As usual, I will go ahead and make a list of our challenges for the week so that you guys have them on the community tab as well as the Facebook group. By the way, guys, I do have a page for those who are on Facebook. It's just called Juan the Yarn Addict. It is actually my page, Juan the Yarn Addict. If you could kindly go over there and hit that like button. I haven't posted on my page in such a while because I didn't really think anyone's seen it, but I come to learn that people actually do see it. So if you didn't like the page already, I would really appreciate it if you did. All right. So with that, the next time you're going to see me is on tomorrow, Wednesday. So you're going to see me tomorrow for our midweek live. It's not Taco Tuesday related. It's all the other things. So if you're around and you want to hang out with us, feel free to come on by for the midweek live. All right, guys, have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.